Hey Leo, Mariah here. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are doing really well. So I want to take a look into your love life. Normally I haven't done a no contact reading on this channel, but I definitely want to see, just because my spirit is moved to see what's going on for my ones who are currently in no contact with the person that they're dealing with, whether you feel like this is a soulmate, divine counterpart, twin flames, right? All the labels people can put on it. I just want to see what's going on in this no contact period. So let's take a look and see who you are dealing with currently. So, spirit guides, angels, and sisters, tell me for my Leos who are in no contact. I'm getting the word evergreen, temperance in the reverse. So the reason why that is coming through evergreen is because whether this connection comes to surface, it works out, if it doesn't, it feels like there's something invaluable that you're taking away, whether it's some form of wisdom, some form of lesson. We also have the high priestess coming out here for you. I don't think you'll forget this connection. King of Pentacles in the reverse, solely based on the spiritual lessons it is teaching you, it has taught you, and what you're learning about yourself from this person. King of Pentacles in the reverse. I do want to clarify, why is this King of Pentacles in the reverse? We got the Four of Swords. So you're definitely not talking to this person, and in your mind you may feel like this person is not coming up in your life as consistent, reliable, stable. Maybe this person is dealing with their own insecurities, or they could be triggering insecurities within yourself. It's like you can have the love or the desire or the chemistry with this person, but if they cannot show up in your reality, Ten of Pentacles, if they cannot show up in your reality in a consistent way, then it almost feels like you're dealing with this soul tether, that even if they're not in your life or they're not around you, whether physically or even spiritually, you still have some kind of tether to them. Ten of Pentacles, again, on that bottom of the deck. Tell me one more for who this person is. Three of Wands. This could be somebody that's physically at a distance, so you can't see them easily. Maybe it's one of those connections where it's phone-based, you have to talk to them. And if it's not a long distance, because I know that's not for everybody, it almost feels like you are at odds. It's like you're on one side of the world and they're on the other side. It's like you're on two different paths, but how do we bring it together? And it's hard to bring things together, and you can't fight for a connection that only one person is proactively showing up in, while the other is not showing up in a consistent or stable way. But again, because I feel like there's a soul tether, again, evergreen, where you are learning something or you gain something that is forever going to come with you, you're going to take with you into your future connections, whether with this person or another person. I think this person has placed you in a situation or a position of being impatient. It's like, okay, we're trying to work through this. I've tried to work through this. I'm trying to get this on the same page. But it's like you only have so much leniency. You only have so much grace you can give a person. This person is mute. Why is this person quiet, not speaking to Leo? Again, whether it's just a physical distance or you two aren't talking, why is this person at this time being silent? I'm getting the color, the gemstone ruby. So maybe that's representative of somebody's birthday. Maybe I'm even like gems, jewelry. Somebody likes exquisite things. Somebody has really good taste. I think this is you, Leo. We have the Empress in the reverse coming out, and we also have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So real life soulmates, real life counterparts. And if this thing can get on track, I think you two could really have something stable. But I'm not of the belief of breathing life into a situation that is not in your actual reality, because it can give the sense of false hope. And as a reader, I don't want to do that. But I do think you know your value, you know your worth, but this person may put you, or the dynamic may put you in a position where you feel like at times you're compromising your value or you're compromising your worth to either make this work because of the love you have for them, the potential you may see in this, even if you two have had real life motion or real life activity that show that, okay, there can be something here that's promising. Maybe it may have started off a certain way where it did seem like it has potential for the future or potential to really lay roots long term. Now, this Empress in the reverse is for why they're silent. For some of you, this person could be married. For some of you, they could be dealing with someone else romantically that they're on the outs with right now. They're not really in the best space. Maybe they're dealing with that, whether it's instability within that connection or within their own life, and it's being triggered through whoever this Empress is, that they're showing up for you inconsistent. because they're going through their own motions. Now, if this is not somebody else, and mind you, you would know. So this isn't for the ones who are assuming, okay, is there somebody else? Is there potentially another person involved? You would know if your person is dealing with somebody else looking at these cards. And so if you don't know, if you're uncertain, if you're unsure if they're dealing with somebody else, this Empress is you, letting me know and just reconfirming that there is some sense of compromising yourself for a person or knowing better, but still wanting to try and make it work because you can see longevity with them, or you at least want that in this connection. Tell me more of what's keeping this person silent. We got the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this person might be either legally still bound in the Lovers. This person may still legally be bound, again, in a relationship. If this is a person that may be unstable, whether it's financially or in their life to some capacity, they could be dependent on somebody else for their stability. For a specific person, though, not to go off on a sidebar, this is somebody who can be dealing with their own instability, especially if this is a masculine you're dealing with, and they may feel like they can't fully give of themselves to you, or they can't fully plant roots here because they want to be able to show up in your life as capable, comparable, and being able to be secure, being able to provide for you, or being able to be consistent in your life. And because their life may be either out of whack, out of sorts, their own energy feels like, okay, well, I need to keep myself pulled back because this is intense. This is real. I feel something spiritual with Leo too. But in reality, I don't feel like I have enough to provide to Leo. Or I may feel like I can give a little bit, but I don't have enough for what Leo truly deserves and desires. So let's see, how do you feel about this person, Leo? Whoa, we got the Death and the Knight of Wands. Somebody's a flight risk. Ooh. Now I'm getting that song, she's a runner, she's a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard. Page of Cups, Two of Cups in the reverse. You could be feeling like this, that this person is a runner, but I think this is you, Leo. I think you normally have the tendency, and that's why this connection is really throwing you off, because you have the tendency to run. As soon as you see danger, issue, inconsistency, problem, you're like, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to get the hell on out of here. Again, I'm getting that she's a runner, she's a track star. You're not afraid to say, this is not what I want to deal with. I'm not going back into this pattern. I'm not going back into the cycle. I learned in my lessons with other people. I know when to get out. And when I start seeing the flags, I'm going to run. So normally, Leo, you may be the type to run, get out of Dodge when somebody cannot show up in your life consistently on an active daily basis. But because I do think that there is such a strong spiritual connection between you two, it almost feels like there's analysis paralysis, because logically it's like, okay, Leo, we've been here before. We know what to do. We know we need to maybe get up out of Dodge if this person is not showing up in the way and being attentive and actually communicating to me as a man or a woman and having that level of responsibility and integrity to do right by me. I would normally get up out of here, but because I think there's such a strong tether, it's like you're paralyzed, like your mind wants to run, but your spirit is saying, but wait, hold on. There's something deeper here. Is this a part of the path? Is this a part of our journey? Is this our love story where we have to go through these periods of no contact and dealing with a person who may not be in the right position at this time of life to show up in the way that I need? Maybe this is a part. It's like you're almost one of two minds. And this is why I feel like where you would normally run, it's just like you're frozen in place, which is keeping you, prolonging your tether to this person and this connection. Because I think you feel like it's more deeper than the circumstances life is putting in between you two. It almost reminds me of a person feeling like, if we can overcome these obstacles, we can overcome anything. And you may be associating this relationship and this connection and the obstacles you are dealing with as a part of the path to your love story. But I would say to you and almost challenge that belief, if that is your belief, that if the person is right for you, despite obstacles, they're not going to leave you hanging in silence. So we may have to reevaluate what we're associating as far as a spiritual connection versus wanting to stay on and hold on to a connection just because we do have that deep tether to this person. Let me see. Oh, geez. I keep getting that song. She's a runner, she's a track. You normally run, Leo. Why is that? Let me ask about you. Why does Leo normally get out of Dodge, right? Because there's a deeper root here. Why does Leo normally get out of Dodge? Ace of Swords in the reverse, Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And I'm going to show you the cards here in a second. And the Four of Pentacles. Because of your wisdom. You have put energy, effort into people and situations that have shown you that either you overloved, you overgave, you overcompensated, you may have picked up the emotional slack for other people, you may have been the one that will try to spearhead a relationship just to feel like you're left behind or they're not putting in the same amount of effort as you. And your wisdom has taught you, because maybe we turned a blind eye, maybe we again gave leniency, maybe we allowed grace for certain people and counterparts, and we've seen how that has stung us, how that it's burned us. So we're no longer in the space of mind of making exceptions for a person who can't even show up for us. So this is why you're a runner. You know, you've already been experienced and been burnt before by people. So now, because of your wisdom has sharpened, your discernment has sharpened that may have not been sharpened before. When you see certain elements and dynamics like this that you're in, you know to get out of Dodge. But this person, let's see, why is this connection running really deep for Leo? Why is Leo dealing with this paralysis, this analysis paralysis when it comes to this person? And then I want to look at your energy. Ooh, we got cards flying everywhere. Here you go with Strength. Ace of Wands in the reverse. The Magician. And the Ten of Cups. For some reason, and I don't want to speak out of turn, I really don't, Seven of Wands. You know, when you are a runner and when things get high, things get convoluted, it's like, okay, I need to go. It's almost am I running out of fear? Not running, literally running out of fear, but am I running because of fear, or am I running because of wisdom and experience? Maybe as you learned and your discernment sharpened and you got burnt, the quicker and the sooner you will get out of those connections. I think at the deeper root, it is fear-based because of what you've gone through, but it's for good reason. And in this situation, it's like, you know what? I'm normally a runner. I normally give up quickly when I start seeing the signs. But there's something about you that says, I don't want to run. I don't want to run anymore. I'm willing to deal with the difficulty. I'm willing to deal with, I want to speak correctly. I'm willing to deal with the difficulty. I'm willing to be strong enough to put whatever fears aside and allow this to grow, because I truly feel like this is my soulmate. And not all relationships come easy. There is no easy relationship. Relationships take work. Relationships may not always be picture perfect. But because the love, the desire of love, or even the potential, because it's cups, Ten of Cups, is strong enough for you, you're willing to manifest despite maybe some inhibitions, some concerning thoughts. It's like, I don't want that to overpower a connection that can really be beautiful just because we're dealing with a season that is not the most comfortable. So in your energy, there is a very spiritual connection. There is a very spiritual soul tie between you and this person. Oh, I didn't even see we had the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So we got two aces in the reverse, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. I think this person has a tendency to destabilize your nervous system. But it's like, if this person can affect me so deeply on an emotional level, good, bad, or indifferent, then it almost reminds me of feeling like there has to be something here. So tell me about this person. Tell me more about how this person is feeling about Leo as they're currently not speaking. We got the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles. Why is this Queen of Cups in the reverse? The Eight of Cups. Oh, that's why. Y'all are both tethered to each other. So even when you're apart, Leo, you can still feel that spiritual connection. I don't ever like to give false hope. That's not, you go to another reader for that. But I think because you two are tethered, it's hard to break. And I would even say be cognizant and be mindful of spiritual attacks. There could be somebody around you or around this person that is sending the evil eye or trying to attack you or this connection or your person spiritually, where those blocks may not have anything to do between you two, right? You two literally putting up blocks with each other, but external circumstances that are creating this block that is keeping you apart. But because that desire, this person's willing to stick it out, this person still wants to be around. But whatever is happening between you two, this person is of the mind that I don't want to walk away, but I do feel like Leo is walking away. So this person feels like you're moving on emotionally, or you're shutting off your emotions to them and walking away because you have to invest, or you're putting your energy into things that can give back to you in the present moment. This person is feeling, additionally, that by you doing that, they may not be able to show up in time in the way that you need before you fully walk away and leave this connection. So they feel like you're going off and doing your own thing or wanting to, while you're still tethered and you still are in this paralysis where you would normally run, but yet you can't really let go. And you can't let go because they're not letting you go. So what is this in between Leo and this person? Tell me more. What is in between Leo and this person? 9 of Wands. Knight of Swords. 6 of Wands in the reverse. And the Hangman. I feel like it's other people. The Lovers again on the bottom of the deck. I feel like it's other people between you two. Or real life, it's like public circumstances. So circumstances people know. So maybe this person is married. Maybe you're the one that's married or in a relationship. Maybe there is something happening in this person's life that other people know. Whether it's instability, whether they're going through some type of change or shift in their life. And because that is publicly known, bringing you into the fold or you bringing them into the fold, I think it would cause maybe public disruption, people talking about what's happening, people giving their opinions, people either swaying your judgment or their judgment to prevent this from fully coming to pass. So somebody, whether it's you, them, both of y'all, got to clear out whatever this is that's in the middle. Is somebody sending this connection spiritual attacks? 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and one more. The 3 of Swords in the reverse. Yep. 9 of Cups in the reverse. I don't know, again, if this is you or them. I think this may be more on their end just because of your energy. This would be somebody who either had or has a relationship with them or a dynamic with them that they on the surface have moved on. They don't want them anymore. They're working on themselves. They're working on other things in life. But because whatever dynamic they had with this person never really bloomed into its fullest potential, never really came to pass, and they understand or see or may have some type of insight on them moving on or them and you having some type of relation, they're sending evil eye despite on surface acting like they're not bothered, they don't care, they're moving on. So now I can understand on a deeper level. I'm sorry it took 18 minutes to get to this point. Next time I'll speed it up. But this is you two that know that this goes much deeper, and I think this is why you haven't ran like you normally would. And this is also why this person has stuck around despite whatever circumstances it's in the middle, because I do feel, which I talked about earlier, you both feel like this connection is very meaningful for you despite what is happening. And there is somebody outside of you two that is not wishing the best for this relationship. They're not wanting this relationship to come together. Again, they could be sending the evil eye. I'm not really getting any magic and stuff like that. You know, I don't get into that too much anyway, but it's like they're, one more for this 3 of Swords. Yeah, 7 of Wands in there. It's like somebody acting like, oh, I'm done, I'm healed, or I'm working through it, but there's still a lot of regressed emotions. There's a lot of suppressed emotions. It's like one day they may feel like, okay, I'm good, I don't care about this person Leo's dealing with. And then the next day, it's like, you know what, F them, I can't stand them, they did this to me. It's like somebody can't get over the past. There's repetitive cycles mentally. This person keeps reliving in their mind despite trying to heal. And every time they go back to that mindset, it's like, I hope Leo's person don't find somebody, or I hope Leo's person stays broke, or I hope Leo's person, etc., etc. Whoever this person is that is on the outskirts, somebody either has to fully break contact with them, whether that is fully getting a divorce, whether it is, if they have kids, fully figuring out how to co-parent so they can have their own space, whether it is, if this is somebody at work, being able to navigate that, switching jobs, switching environments. It's like whomever this is, they really have to put the cork on that and end it, because as long as this person and your person have some kind of tie, they have the insight or the drop on maybe what's going on with y'all, or some kind of inkling. And through that inkling, when this person gets in their moods of not liking your person again, or reliving the past experiences that they dealt with your person, that's when the hateful, mean, negative wishes, negative intentions, negative energy comes up for them to have to deal with. I even get a feeling of spite. Ooh, this is a nasty person. So let me ask, right? I don't want to make this too long because we're getting a little long, but can you tell me, Spirit, will these two, Leo and the person Leo is dealing with, will they be able to overcome whatever this energy is to make it on the other side? I'm getting chamomile? I think that's how you say it, chamomile tea? Somebody maybe a tea drinker, drinking their tea at the moment. Tell me more. Will Leo and their person be able to make it on the other side of whatever this energy is? We have the Two of Swords, Six of Cups, Page of Swords in the reverse, the Hierophant, one more, Five of Swords in the reverse. Tell me about this Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the Two of Swords. Tell me about this, the Four of Wands in the reverse. Whoever this is just not going for it. Three of Wands, whoever this is, they're not having it. They're not going for it. Meaning you two being together, or you two having this relationship or dynamic, it almost feels like, I don't want to say they want to do everything in their power to prevent you from coming together, but how this is either coming together or how you two got together, they feel like your person, I don't want to say believes, but they feel like your person started this relationship or started this connection with you in a way that is of ill intention, that isn't of highest good. So let's say, for an example, this person, they're still married, but they're separated. Understanding that your person is moving on, this person feels like you shouldn't be dealing with somebody else when we're legally married, even if we're not dealing with each other, even if we're separated, or if they're in a relationship, same context. You shouldn't be moving on with somebody else when we haven't fully gotten closure, or we haven't fully closed things out. They don't like how your person moved with you, because they feel like it was a slight to them that they got stabbed in the back by your person, even if your person and this person have no bearings with each other. Maybe they only share kids. Maybe they are separated but still legally married. But however, your person feels like they were done wrong by them. They were scorned they feel scorned. But I don't think they caught the hint. They're getting the hint, or they really process, hey, we're done. This is over. I don't think this person really got the hint when either your person or them or whomever it may have been, when they said it's done, it's done. They don't believe that. Doesn't mean that they believe they're going to get back together, but the fact that they didn't understand it at the time that this was truly done, and then they see them moving on with you, even though a chapter may have not fully closed out with them two. Now this person's like, okay, I got you. I'm going to send the evil eye, or I'm going to pray and hope that doesn't work out, because if you're going to move in a, I'll say, sly way, then you don't deserve love. You don't deserve. So this person is trying to play judge and jury over whoever this person's life is, because they don't like the choices that your person made. But guess what? That's not their fault. That's not their position. That's not their business. It feels like your person let this person know, hey, this is not happening anymore. we're done. We might be married, but we're separated. Or I don't want to be in a relationship with you. And I don't think this person was able to really grasp that. So it's somebody who is intentionally, because they don't like how you two started or how you guys got together or what y'all got going on. Now they're intentionally doing things to antagonize the relationship, intentionally doing things to put bad energy in the air. That's why I say be mindful of spiritual warfare, because I feel like this is the person that's doing it. Whether it's in real time, messing with you in this connection with your person, or spiritually in the ethers, messing with you in this person. I think this is somebody who's still going to try for the time being to keep antagonizing y'all until they get the desired result that they want, which is you two no longer dealing with each other at all. Let's see. I know, oh my God, I'm going on long. Oh, I need to take a long reading. Can you tell me one last thing? Between now, what is it? Late July, between now and the fall of 2025, will this person be out the picture so that way Leo and the romantic partner they're dealing with can actually have a healthy, happy, beautiful relationship that they desire? Can you tell me? Let's get just 4 cards. Can you tell me? We got the 10 of Wands in the reverse. We got the Queen of Cups. 10 of Wands in the reverse. 10 of Swords. And the 7 of Pentacles. It's on the bottom. 6 of Wands in the reverse. Something about this feels really low-key. It's like you two are going to be protecting the energy of this relationship. So I don't think you're going to be telling people, at least between now and the fall, what's really happening or what the experiences you are having with this person. I don't even really think you're going to be opening up about your feelings. If anybody asks you, hey, what's up with your love life or what's going on with you and such, I think you're going to keep it very politically correct and be, oh, we're good or things are fine. I feels like mum is the word. You're not really letting people in on things just because you and your person are in a transitional process. And I say that because whoever this other party is, they're going to be on the surface like, you know what, I'm done, I'm giving up, let me leave it alone. Maybe they start finding something else to invest their time in. They start giving their energy into something else. Maybe they get a new job. Maybe they find a new person. Maybe they start paying more attention to their kids. I don't know. But they're going to be finding something else to give their time and energy to versus giving it to hoping you two don't have a relationship or hoping you two end up failing with this connection. My only thing is, despite seeing that, this giving up energy, they almost feel like they invested too much to quit. So something about this feels very surface. This person may still be in the background between now and the fall. Even if they're not actively doing anything to the relationship or they start to pull back their energy. And when you start to feel less of a heaviness in this connection with this person, whether this is you two speaking again, whether this is you two coming together again, that is because their energy is being diverted, whoever this third party or extra energy is. Let's see, will Leo and this person get back in contact, communicate, or will things be able to be more consistent and stable? We have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Will Leo and this person be able to stabilize this relationship? 7 of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Wands in the reverse. And then the last one, the Devil in the reverse. Can I keep it real with you for a second? 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, yeah, I got to keep it real with you. I think I'm about to call you a bluff. Because I think for you, Leo, you may feel like you have to take a step back from this. Excuse me. You may feel like you have to take a step back from this. I don't think emotionally the tidal wave of feeling this and then having to experience that with this person and kind of this back and forth again, it's very destabilizing for you with your nervous system or even emotionally. So you may give them the ultimatum of, hey, if you don't get this handled or if you don't do this or if you don't work this out with this person or get this person up out of our relationship, then we can't make it work. I see you laying a very clear line about whatever is unhealthy around this situation that you don't want to deal with. But on the bottom of the deck, even though you're giving that ultimatum, I think your heart is still holding on to this person. I think there's still going to be an attachment there. So even if this person says, okay, I'm going to do it or no, I'm not going to do it, you're still because that spiritual bond, it's still going to linger. So between now and the fall, to wrap this up, I see this person's extra party trying to focus on something else, putting their energy elsewhere in the meantime. And I see you giving this person an ultimatum of, hey, you need to get this handled, get this done, otherwise we can't do this. Let's see. See, I know I said I was going to stop, but I just want to ask one more. Will Leo's person actually get the things handled that they need to so that way they can come together between now and the fall? Will Leo's person actually do the thing? We got the Eight of Swords, the Magician. I'm hearing a clock. Give me time. Maybe this person felt like or have told you, hey, I need some time to get this done. Or maybe it's just been a long time coming. It's like, how much more time can you wait? How much more time can you give? Nine of Swords. And one more. The Fool. Yes. Yes. I don't think it's without a fight, though. But yes, I see them doing it. They may not know in present moment how to go about it. I get them having a sense of analysis paralysis. But I think creating something with you is much more meaningful and much more important to them, just because it's like, if we've gone through all of this so far between me and my Leo, Leo has been patient with me. I know Leo normally wouldn't even deal with a situation or circumstance like this, but the fact that Leo is still here and wanting to build something with me, that is very meaningful. That means a lot to me, and I want to be able to show up and do my part. So I do think it is going to come with some conflict between them and whomever else, but I do see them breaking free. I just think they feel like they've had you waiting, and they're acknowledging that, and they're recognizing that they've been having you waiting, and they feel like, I just don't want to keep putting Leo in this position of feeling like they're in competition, or feeling like they're not getting my time, or feeling like me and Leo are always combative because of this circumstance. It's like, I just don't want to deal with that anymore. I think they're getting sick and tired of being sick and tired of not being able to have the dynamic that they want with you. And that may be the breaking point for them at this time. Maybe not back then, but as of right now, how long this has been taking, how things have been progressing, I think it's just a breaking point to say, you know what, I'm done. I really got to cut that cord. So I do see them doing that, Leo. So in the meantime, this is odd. I didn't mean to make this 30 minutes, but hey, here we are. I love you guys. You take care, and bye.